I finally made it this far. It's already been 2.5 years since we met.
Gosh, they've been on it for 2.5 years? That's insane. So Akechi was able to venture into the metaverse like way earlier than we, right? Than us.
Back then, you earned the media's attention as a young politician who could rise up against bureaucracy. Because of that, those who wanted to preemptively deal with problems tried to tie you up in scandal.
To think I would fall for the ruse schemed by those decrepit fools in power. I recall that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying you had special powers.
So it was Akechi all along who planned the murders. Great, great Akechi.
If it wasn't for the research on cognition that I dabbled in, I would have thought you insane.
I made those troublesome opponents psychotic, and erased any trace of that scandal.
Who'd think that tampering with a person's heart could trigger a psychotic lapse or mental shutdown? And when someone like that said he'd support me, I had suspected there'd be an ulterior motive.
I mean, that's the thing. What is Akechi's ulterior motive?
It's because I sympathized with your aspiring ideology. I believed that your ideals needed to be achieved for the sake of the country's future.
I don't even know what Shido's ideals are.
Well, my faith in you was precisely why I pulled the plug on that research. I only need you using that power. It'd be troublesome if someone else uncovered how it works.
Wakaba Ishiki, was it? That researcher. She wouldn't have had to die if she just complied.
Gosh, they are so awful.
Any suspicions should be snubbed out. Even the smallest doubt must be severed at the root.
You sound like you make a great leader, Shido.
After all, we had an active public prosecutor's office director on our side, until recently.
Astounding, isn't it? To think the director himself often forged evidence to secure his promotion. He was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. He didn't know who leaked that information. Well, I got that out of his shadow, so technically speaking, he did it himself.
It kinda sounds like Akeshi's even more awful than Shido.
This country's affairs have become stagnant. The political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests.
Yeah, unlike you, who, well, kills people for your own interest.
The general public has forsaken such political affairs and don't even bother. Only ruin awaits us.
I must agree.
There's no need to be ruined along with such incompetent fools. I will lead this country to its revival.
Ugh.
Those who get in the way must be eliminated at times. That's the correct way to use the metaverse.
That sounds like a bright future for everyone.
Still, it would stand out if there were continuous deaths and scandals with your political rivals. Which is why I made them suspects. Prosecute the targets that I turn psychotic, and solve them as cases unrelated to you. And thus, the charismatic ace detective was born.
Thanks to your efforts, my clean image remains untarnished, and I've monopolized public opinion.
But it sounds actually like... It actually sounds like most of the work, most of the ideas come from Akechi, not from Shido, actually.
Once I gained public sentiment, collaborators from all sectors began approaching me on their own. The police were no exception. With their management in my pocket, keeping them in check was easy.
When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome.
And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame on them.
When you told me that, I knew then that you were the better man.
Gosh.
Their popularity was a bit beyond my
They are so horrible.
But flipping it made the negative press stronger.
Stop talking.
After that, all I had to do was openly berate them. I've been gaining more supporters since. The current administration is dead with ongoing scandals. Never mind the fact that they're my doing.
Gosh, they're both so full of themselves.
Even the government parties have begun splitting up, and they're dissolving just as planned.
Yeah, you're both really awesome.
The time has finally come. Just a little more, and I will take the seat of Prime Minister. However, inauguration isn't my goal. That's when everything truly begins.
What does he even want? Like, brighter future and stuff like that.
I'll make this country rich for the sake of its selfish and ignorant masses who can only rely on others.
Great.
In other words, you're creating a powerful country that can compete with the world.
And then?
The public resonates with my ideals and follows me. And for that, some sacrifices can't be avoided. That is my duty as the chosen one.
Oh, wow.
Your assistance has been very influential in making my plans proceed smoothly.
Shido, the chosen one.
When I become Prime Minister, I'll grant whatever wish you want.
With this most recent case, my name has become known across the country, perhaps even the world.
What does Akechi want?
Surely my story will be passed
Prestige?
down as a hero who won against monsters that could control people's hearts. I believe I'll lay low and devote myself to my studies.
I don't trust that.
I suppose with your age, you wouldn't come up with debauched desires.
I am thinking about the future, though.
Well, how do I put this?
Looks like things have finally settled down. I was gonna get real busy for you starting tomorrow, right? Get some rest.
Well then.
But she's right. Let's take it easy for today.
I'll just add this.
Oh boy. Yeah, it was quite a lot of cutscenes. So, after a very long day, I'd say let's just talk to everyone shortly and then let's go to bed. So true. Oh, by the way, police report on your death isn't going to show up on your... Wow, thanks, Brain. The police report on your death isn't going to show up at your school. No need to worry. How? Was it kind of like publicly announced? The prosecutor Niijima worked out some kind of deal with the high-ups or something. I mean, they haven't even said anything to me. As long as you stay quiet, you'll be fine.
Well,
and I guess if they reported your death now, they'd basically be saying you were a Phantom Thief. They can't really go around saying what the Phantom Thieves are, so I'm sure they'll avoid that. Oh, true. They never showed a photo, right? At any rate, I'm glad you're back safe and sound. But even that's putting it too lightly. You had it rough in there, didn't you? I mean, it looked really rough. Don't worry about it.
Sorry.
Akechi was after you all along. I knew it was risky, but we had no choice but to depend on him. But thanks to your tenacity, you were able to fool him. It's payback time. Let's make him regret underestimating the Phantom Thieves.
Remember how I hijacked your phone during the school trip? That
That's actually
kind of came in
voiced.
handy.
Here that's voiced. How so?
Well, remember how I put that wiretap app in Akechi's phone? Basically, that let me see GPS info for 2 phones, yours and his. I'd be able to tell the precise moment Sai Niijima, who had your phone, ran into Akechi.
Ah, smart.
That's when I saw my chance, and beep, sent the signal to activate the Metaverse Navigator. But there was a chance they'd just pass each other without saying a single word. That's why we needed you to tell Sai Niijima to show the phone to Akechi. This plan still surprises me no matter how many times I hear it.
Gosh, that was so risky.
Still, I couldn't just directly hack into the metaverse nav. It's a mysterious app after all. But you know how it has that bookmark function? All you have to do is push the button. Making the phone think he was pushing that button was totally doable. Pretty good, huh?
Yeah, and a little frightening, Futaba. Oh well, off to
I'm gonna
bed.
head back then.
Guess I'll head home. Go to bed, alright? Sleep.
Guess you won't be going to school for a while.
Yay! We don't have to do any more pop quizzes or exams and stuff.
Don't worry about it.
I
This
wonder
will
when the
be a
game's going to
breeze
end.
compared to what we've had to face so far.
Like, date-wise. I don't know if going up against Shido is going to be a breeze.
And we'll have all the time to come up with the plans together.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest, I don't really care what happens to Shido, one way or the other. But when I consider the fact that he's your enemy, I naturally think he's my enemy as well.
Oh.
I'm going to stay with you until the very end.
Morgana. That's cute.
Well then, we should get to sleep.
That wasn't confident rank 10?
You know, something that Futaba said before. When you were in a pinch in the palace, she picked up a reading of someone who came to your rescue. Was that...
It was Kasumi.
So it was Yoshizawa.
When is she going to join us?
Then we'd better let her know you're safe now.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll even lend you a hand with that.
Wow. Can Morgana now use phones? Apparently, Akechi arrested the leader of the Phantom Thieves. He's a hero. Gosh, how quickly everything turned. In the beginning he was famous, then he was hated, and now he's even more famous. I'm so glad Akechi's back. I hope they can catch the rest of the Phantom Thieves too. He's really amazing.
There's no point in even having an election. Shido's gonna win.
Yeah, let's just get rid of elections, older man in a suit. Gosh.
Of course, he's the only reliable politician there is. Plus, the current government has been getting wrapped up in scandal after scandal.
How is he reliable? He didn't even do stuff.
Even more importantly, there's just an aura about him. Like he can fix whatever problems we have.
Honestly, it doesn't really matter to me who does it. I just want to see our society back on track. Especially after it turned out those Phantom Thieves were nothing more than scum in the end.
We'll show you.
I heard you went home, so I announced it during homeroom. Are you okay? Aww. You're a bad teacher. I am, thanks. You're alive. The news is reporting you committed suicide. Call me when you can. I was so confused. But as long as you're safe, don't worry about school. Just take care of yourself. Aww. I wonder if that would have been different without making her confident. Do we still see school scenes just without us? Is it true that the leader of the Phantom Thieves died? How could the police let him commit suicide in jail? They need to get their shit together. Yeah, how did we even get the gun, right?
Cut that out!
Quiet down, you're in class. Break's been over for quite some time now. I swear, you're like monkeys in a zoo. Huh? Oh yeah. That oh yeah was kind of weird. Kind of like Duff Man. Oh yeah. I received word from Kurusu's family that he'd be absent for a bit. I think our biological family actually doesn't give a damn about us. Jeez, what do people think the school is anyway? It's almost time. Hey, it can't be true, can it? Please tell me you're okay. Hiroshima. It's so mean to just answer no problems here, or I'm all good. I'm all good. Oh, thank God you're safe. That suicide report was all over the news, and Miss Kawakami said you went back to your hometown. I was honestly worried about contacting you. Especially given the fact that, mod-wise, we're in a relationship. Even Sakamoto was dodging the question when I tried to ask him. But don't worry, I won't tell anyone. By the way, the fan site is a real mess right now. But I keep supporting you from the shadows. Good luck. I just got a chat message from Oya. Some crazy stuff is going on with the Phantom Thieves. Are you okay? I'm fine. Really? That's good. I think now everyone is writing us who's like maxed out, right? Because otherwise they don't really know that we're Phantom Thieves. It's chaos over here because of the Phantom Thieves. You're still alive, so you must be scheming something, right? I gotta prepare myself for one more mountain. But I'm glad you're okay. I'm busy, so I'll talk to you again later.
Hey.
You don't need to worry about it in here, but try not to do anything to draw attention. Anyway, today's a day off, so eat your curry and take it easy. You can take your time with it too. It's not like any customers are gonna be showing up. Oh gosh, sounds like the cafe is really not working well at the moment.
Okay.
Let's try and think of the keyword once the cheese curry has energized you. Really busy day. And I'm so glad Akechi's no longer part of the room. Have you guys figured out the keyword to Shido's palace yet? I've tried all sorts of stuff, but no luck so far. It's hard to understand the thought process of a criminal mastermind like him. You know, I've been wondering, if he's been behind all of those metal shutdowns, doesn't that mean all the weird accidents from these past few years were his fault? Like, that subway accident back in April? Now that you mention it, that accident lost the Minister of Transport his job. How even? Why was that blamed on the Minister of Transport that someone had like a stroke? Wait, are you trying to say Shido caused that accident? But it's the subway. Does he not care about all the innocent lives? I don't think so. This man seems to be truly unbelievable. Supposedly there's still tons of victims from that in the hospital even now. 7 months later, they're still in the hospital? Masayoshi Shido. How many has he killed over the years? How could we ever understand what goes in the mind of such a horrible man? Hey, wouldn't it be faster if we just go there and try to think about it on site? Let's try that. If we're going to go, I'd like Akira-kun to join, but... Oh, we do need a disguise. Would that be okay? Won't somebody spot him there? We'll probably figure out the keyword in no time once we're there. Plus I can throw off anyone who tastes us with my blazing speed. Alright, let's have Akira-kun join us then. Remember though, we're going with the intent of not being seen. Okay, well, let's meet in front of the Diet Building and force the Bastard Palace open.
Alright, let's head to the Diet Building. Make sure you aren't discovered, okay?
Do we actually get a disguise? I kinda hope so. I hope we're not just going like this.
You going out?
And our disguise is a hoodie. That's the plan.
You gotta be kidding me.
I fear you.
You realize you're done for if you get caught, right? Ugh. The stunts you pull sometimes. Just don't stay out too late.
Akechi isn't here.
Luckily. I wonder what Akeshi's plotting.
Let's begin at once. Police cars are making rounds, so we can't stay here too long. We already have Masayoshi Shido and Diet Building. All we need is what he thinks of this place.
They somehow pronounce the name differently than I do. I think because I say Masayoshi and they go for Masayoshi.
Maybe Mount Fuji, since it's the highest place in the country?
Yeah.
Conditions have not been met. What about a mansion?
Or palace, literally.
Since he's going to subjugate everyone as Prime Minister, perhaps a school?
What about an arena, like the Colosseum?
Imperial Palace?
Yeah, I think that's a good guess.
Conditions have not been met.
It's no good.
Can we just read like a dictionary?
I thought we would have gained entry by now. Maybe we shouldn't have called you here.
Hey, you think he's guarding his whole palace with a barrier? Shido stole the cognitive science research, right? Well, maybe it had some special move written in it.
Special move.
Is that even possible?
Who knows? I've got no idea.
There was nothing like that in the notes I saw.
Anyways, what kind of person is Shido? I can't figure him out.
I did some light research on him last night, but I couldn't get a grasp on the type of man he is.
Can we look like at a speech or something maybe?
That man over there is probably a legislator, right? I'll try asking him.
Risky,
Excuse
but
me?
mighty yields results.
I'm a member of the newspaper club at my high school. May I speak with you for a moment?
Sure.
What kind of person is Representative Shido? What's he think about the national diet?
His stance is dedication for country. It's how he's garnered everyone's trust. He's an admirable man of action, with a first-class determination. I'd say he's a model politician.
You basically said nothing here.
I believe that he'll help create a wonderful future in which young adults like you can live in ease.
Very generic.
An exemplary answer. It makes sense he wouldn't tell teenagers anything unnecessary.
Oh, someone
Look
noticed
over there.
us.
He's on a walkie-talkie.
Wait, is it about us?
That doesn't look good.
Maybe let's not risk it.
We should leave at once. Tomorrow's the day off, so let's have an early strategy meeting. Meet at LeBlanc, okay? We should all think about this tonight.
The criminals calling themselves the Phantom Thieves are no more. However, I believe that this country's citizens are still living their days in anxiety.
Yeah, cause you kill people.
These scandals only increase our distrust of the current government. As a citizen myself, I am enraged.
Oh yes.
Look who's talking.
Uh-huh.
What does it mean to be a politician with responsibility? Working toward personal gain without consideration of the country is outrageous.
Gosh. He's such a hypocrite.
The election's public notification is tomorrow. But no matter where I go, people are cheering for Shido.
Everyone's being deceived so easily.
I tried looking Shido's interviews up online. They all sound so goddamn fake. I checked his profile as well, but I couldn't find much outside of his title and education. He's currently 33 years old. Oh wow, remember his sentence about like, oh, it's only old man? And he has gone from being a metropolitan assemblyman to a representative. Though he is a cabinet minister, he split from the ruling party to form the United Future Party. He also was part of the government already. He is a cabinet minister? For real? He was specially appointed to the position. That's his current title. Apparently he has also won a contest for who people would most like to have Apparently he has also won a contest for who people would most like to have as their boss. What kind of contest is bad. Even the news sites write about him as though he's assured to become the Prime Minister. If only we could find out the meaning behind Shido's words.
In order to save this country that has been tainted by villains, social reform is essential.
What kind of social reform do you even want?
Ugh.
You say it, Futaba. Shido's reputation is truly astronomical. It's preposterous. This isn't the popularity level of a normal politician anymore. What's so great about him? I seriously don't get it. He's a strong leader who protects his citizens. Well, supposedly. Is everyone blind? We just need to shed light on who he really is. By the way, is it okay if my sister joins us tomorrow? Ooh, honorary Phantom Thief. She's hoping she can be of help as well. That would be great. Okay, I'll tell her that. Okay, we'll figure out the keywords tomorrow for sure. What's with all the love for Shido? I get no one knows the truth about him, but it still creeps me out. Aw, now we have a poster. Let's work out a little.
You want to do it?
There's nothing else we could do, I think. Protein. Still have 7.
All right. All right.
Well then.
Gosh, are we falling below 3? There are still 3% loyal people believing in us. That should put an end to the case. It's just like Shido-san said. We can't go wrong leaving things to Masayoshi Shido. Shido-san's gonna be in this election too, right? Politicians like him are promising. Great people. As your physician, I would like to confirm something. Please contact me as soon as you see this. I'm still alive. Stop making me worried. I'm glad you're okay. I just got nervous when I saw the news. Well, I'll be at the clinic if you need any medicine. There's nothing but the Phantom Thieves on TV. Oh, that's right. And you're supposed to be gathering here today. Make sure you finish eating before everyone shows up. One of our best allies, Sojiro. It's almost time for our meeting. I wonder if anybody has figured out the keyword. What could it be? Like a tower, maybe?
Last one.
Or a company?
Diamond mine. No good.
How many do we miss?
Perhaps he truly does have a barrier up. Right?
That's not good.
Something to be excited about.
Yeah.
You know all the way up to Diet Building too.
So you enter keywords into the Metaverse Navigator.
Maybe Sai can help us.
Boss, can you turn the TV on? Shido might be on it.
Sure thing.
Ugh.
Goro Akechi. Him and his stupid composed face.
Yeah.
So, Akechi-san, is it true you withdrew yourself from the media as part of your plan to capture the Phantom Thieves?
He's going to be so self-righteous.
I truly apologize for causing such a stir.
Since we talked about like the topic of fanfiction before, after all that, why is Akechi and Joker like the most famous pairing in Persona 5 fanfiction? Like what the heck?
Honestly, it required a lot of courage to openly oppose them when their popularity was at its peak.
Yeah, you're so brave, Akechi.
I mean, people often lashed out at me online and whatnot.
Then was it also your plan when you said they weren't at fault after their popularity declined?
Ah.
That was to catch them off guard. I could say I applied my profiling knowledge. Once they lost public support, someone they thought was their greatest enemy lent a hand.
I'm really not a violent person and really want to punch Akechi.
That's the same strategy used in romance, wouldn't you agree?
That's why we went on all those dates? Wow.
Why is he being treated as an ace detective of justice?
It's not just on TV or online. Newspapers, magazines. I see his face everywhere.
On the other hand, no one's hoping for our comeback on the fan site. Like, at all.
The Phantom Thieves are evil. Shido and Akechi are just. It should be the other way around.
Yeah. It used to be the other way around.
They're manipulating information using the media.
Leaving Akechi aside, we'll get back at him later. Our main issue is Shido.
Were there any instances before when you didn't know the palace keywords?
I wonder if Akeshi's also... I mean, they know about the palaces, right? Do you think Akeshi's like also kind of tasked with like protecting Shido's palace?
Well, there was the time with Futaba.
We didn't know anything about her, so all we could do was make conjectures.
Then why don't we just go directly and see Shido?
Maybe
That's
not.
impossible. He's surrounded by bodyguards and followers all the time.
And that also makes us sus AF.
There's no way high school students can get an appointment with him either.
Well, we do have an adult with us.
Oh boy.
No, that's still impossible. Besides, that's too dangerous a method.
Well, this is a problem.
What's with the ruckus outside?
Do you hear anything? I don't.
To everyone gathered before Yongen-Jaya Station.
If that is Shido again, I don't know. I'm gonna flip something.
Isn't that an election campaign car?
Oh right! The candidates are currently campaigning!
Oh. I was like thinking about the voice. Do you think it's what was his name again? Yoshida? The Sun Confidant, our politician friend? That voice.
I apologize for the
No, it's not.
commotion. I am Masayoshi Shido.
Yay.
Wait, did he just say Shido?
Yeah, he did!
It's not like the same voice I had back then.
Man, talk about being lucky! We can go check him out without an appointment now!
I still don't know if they should go as a group, but hey. And especially we shouldn't go.